Hi and welcome to my channel. This is DIY with Jeannie, and we are on an Alaskan cruise, and it's a sea day, and it is a very rough sea day. So we were upstairs watching the water leave the swimming pool a little bit ago. But I made, before I left home, this altered composition book, and we'll go over how to do an altered composition book later. But what I have is I've done some background pages. I've put in some tab dividers that I will be hanging charms from. So today what I thought we would do is I want to make a pocket for the journal out of some postcards that I got, or a postcard that I got, and I bought two on the off chance I mess one up. And we are going to make the charm dangles and start getting those put on, because I have them for very specific areas. So let's see what I have. And like I say, I've got my areas for my dangles on here, and when I get free charms or when I find charms that I really love on this trip, I'm going to get them and they will become either front cover dangles, which I think some of my bigger kind of cool looking ones will go there, and if they are smaller they'll go on each of the sections. So let's take a look at what I've got. So we are going to, sorry about the crinkling. This is the postcard that I thought would be our hidden pocket. It's going to be a journaling pocket, and it is going to go, I'll show you how that works, but I got two of them in case I screw one up so that I have the other one. So we're going to use this card, this piece of scrapbook paper, and find an index card that I'm sure I brought with me. And I say that with the certainty of not knowing whether I have it or not. Okay. And that I cannot find. So where would I have put that? If I were an index card, where would I have put it? And I've met me, so there's no way of knowing. What? You good over there?
I love you. I'm listening to you lose things.
I'm special in so many ways. I don't know where I would have put that. I know I brought them, because I thought about them on the last day. But let me go ahead and show you how this works. So I'm going to take this card. We're going to cut it in half. Well, almost half. So what I'm planning on is to cut this along the black line just under the sky. So it'll be like so. This is a little trickier on a rough sea day than I had thought it would be. There we go. So now I have two equal parts. So this one we're going to glue down onto our paper. So I want to make sure that it's in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along the inside of this green line. So right here I want my division, because that should be able to put it right inside. I hear children out on their balconies, and earlier today I locked us out on the balcony, which is hysterical if you stop and think about it, until you're stuck out on a balcony because there's no way to get in. So finally our neighbors came out onto their balcony, and we were like, hey, could you go tell the room steward to let us back in, please? So I'm just all kinds of special that way. It's never been opened, so let's open it up this way, and we will put the glue on. No, don't you be solid on me. Okay, there we go. Maybe. What is wrong with you? This is not liquidy anymore. That is really not good. Here we go. Maybe it is in the center. No, it's not. Alright, so what we're going to do instead is I do have tape. Let me find that, and I can throw the glue away, because it is not going to work for us. So here's my tape, and I brought the thick tape, which does not make me hugely happy, but it also is not hugely upsetting. I'm just going to wipe that off so that I can cut the tape kind of in half, because I don't need it super wide. We want to be able to make this into a pocket that won't be a problem. So now I'm going to take, and I'm just going to cut this wide down into 2 thin strips. Oh, that water is rough out there. I am not complaining. It's kind of been a good day, other than I weave when I walk. So I look like I've been drinking, and yeah, I don't drink, so it does make it a little bit more entertaining. Of course, everybody's done that, so I don't feel quite as bad as I would if I was the only one weaving. This is the last sailing of the season for Royal Caribbean up here in Alaska, and to me that's the coolest thing, and I never usually get to do something like that because I teach. Now I want to put this right on the edge, and this year I decided that I was just going to take the time off and do it. I was going to do this for me, because it will be a few years before we do any big trips again, and I think our next big trip will probably be back to Europe. I really do love going to Europe. We did the British Isles a few years ago, and oh, I want to do it again. It was just that good. So let me put this one down on the opposite side. Now, I don't have it, I've got this little gap in the bottom, but it really doesn't matter because I'm putting a wide card in there. So we're going to take our tape off, our backer paper off of our 2-sided tape. And put it onto our background. There we go. So, now, this is a really nice pocket. And what we're going to do is take, where did I put that? I have no idea. Hopefully there's some in here. There were some in here, so hoping I still have some. Actually, let's use this. is a little piece of scrapbook paper. It has date, time, checklist, memos that you can put on. But I think we're going to use the back. So let's make sure that's going to fit in there. Yeah, that fits in there, see, like so. Now we're going to take and put tape on the back of here. Well, no, let's put it on this. We're going to put it on this paper because I don't want it to go off the edge. One. Just going to take the backer paper off. You know you're having a good vacation when you have some good stories to go with it. The balcony story is my story this time. So far. Well, this is only our real first day. We spent one day in Vancouver. That was another story. We went to Granville Island, which is where I got these cards from. Loved it, enjoyed it immensely, but thought, it's not that far to our hotel. It's less than 3 miles. We'll just walk back. Yeah, about that. That was a bad idea on my part. So, that was one of the longest 3-mile walks I've ever been in, because it was up a really steep hill, back down, a little bit of a hill, back up a really steep hill. Whew, girl, it was wicked hard. Now, what we want to do is line up our image on here. I want it to line up. Let me set it down so that it doesn't look like we've done anything to it. So now we have that. There's our card, but we can just slide out our little journal and write on it. And this will be about my experience in Granville, so I'll get that written. And this is our little pocket that'll go into our book for Granville. So, got to Vancouver on the first day. I'm going to take my little card and we're going to put it on this page. And I think I'm going to angle it just a little bit because I like the way that looks. I have a little black and white picture of my husband and I that I used. Let me show you the printer first. Is this not the cutest little thing? I got this on Temu. Yes, I know, don't tell me. It's kind of like Wish, but it's not like Wish in that their stuff really does work. It's really cheaper, and it gets to you pretty freaking quick. So, keep that in mind. But this is a printer, and I printed on sticker paper. Now I have to just find it. Seriously, this is just... Well, y'all have been with me. You know I'm like this on the reg. There it is. Okay. Here's our sticker paper, and I've printed quite a few things because I want to try out some different. But here is just a little picture of he and I. And so let's take and cut that out. And we'll decorate, of course, around it. But if we set that there, then we can have our picture with decoration at the top. And I think I like that. So let's take a look again after I get it trimmed just a little bit more. So we have our, and on our pocket, all we're going to do is we're going to put tape on this bottom part where our paper is. Oops, sorry. On the bottom part where our paper is, we're going to put the tape there so that we can stick this down. And here is our picture of us that we'll put here at the top. And that will make a good picture for one of our first days. Gives me area over here to decorate and to write in and to do a little journaling. So let's go ahead and get this put down. I have a few charms that I've gotten. And I got one in Canada. Oh, it's so cute. I'll show you that one in just a second because it is for sure going. I believe I might put it on the cover. So let me get this taped down. I spend more time putting tape and glue down than I do almost anything else. But because I've kind of come to the conclusion that it's not wrong. It's never wrong. Does it make you happy? Then it's right. And if somebody tells you you're doing that wrong, it's not their book. It doesn't matter what they say. So I've got our 4 little pieces of tape on there. I'm going to pull it off. Is it that side? Pull it off. And I wanted, like I said, to get this angled on here. So I'm just going to set it down, glue it down, and now I can push our little piece of paper back in. So there is, and you can't even tell that I cut that open. So now we're going to take our image that we made and put it on. Now this day was also the day we flew in. See, this is their sticker paper. Again, bought it from Temu. Please do not, just don't tell me what a horrible person I am for using them. You know, whether I am or not, at the end of the day, I am able to get material for crafting so that it's accessible for everyone, even though I do use a lot of scrap stuff and a lot of leftovers, and that does not hurt my feelings at all. But I think this should be crafting should be accessible to all, no matter what your budget is. And so that's, I have a piece of tape here that was on the initial string that I have not taken off yet. There we go. So I kept getting tangled on itself. So what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can get, no, I'm not going to be able to. I was hoping I'd get enough on there to say Vancouver, but maybe if I do it on this side, I can get enough. So let's see. Vancouver. So it's going to be that long. Let me go ahead and cut that. And I just really want to do the 2 ends because I don't mind the rest of it coming up on me. Tape down. I want to do each end first so I can decide if I want to tape down a middle piece as well, which yes, I'm going to want to do that on this one. Because I'm going to make it, well, let's see. Yeah, it's not going to look right if I don't. I'm not sure I like that, so let me. And I'll give you this little hint. If you tear it, taking it up, it's okay. You know, it is, I can put something else on top of that little bald spot. And it will be adorable no matter what I do. Because it's what I chose to do. So there we go. I'm going to put that across like so. I'm going to use my markers to write out Vancouver, so that I know that's where I was. I have stories for every single day. So this one will be the fly-out day, and at the airport, when we first got to the airport, I went to the little girl's room and told my husband, I said I'm going to go to the restroom. I'll be back. And he said, okay. He did not tell me he was wandering off. So I got back from the restroom, couldn't find him anywhere, sat down and said, well, this is how I'm starting my vacation. And I've already lost Sean. So there we go. That's the way we started day one. So there's our little flag situation. And I will decorate it with Vancouver. There is that. Now I also have, because I'm going to spend more than one page on each one, I got these beautiful leaves that I found on the ground. Do not say anything, they're garbage. So these leaves came off the ground on our walk. So I am just going to lay them in here. Make it all beautiful. Have me some pressed dry leaves from Canada. There we go, I think that looks good. Just put some tape on them. I may end up, once I get home and get back to the good glue that I have at home, and add some glue support to this. Depends on how well it's sitting in there after I get home. But, ooh, that was a good one. And that was a drawer. So that kind of gives you an idea of what it's like right now. The drawers open and close at will. And I came in the room this morning after going to breakfast, and I'm like, I would never have left my underwear drawer open. So I close it, I go to the bathroom, I come back out, my underwear drawer is open, and I'm like, okay, it won't stay closed. So we just live with my underwear drawer open. Thank goodness they're folded. There is another little piece with this one. Like I said, I probably am going to have to go back and add some glue when I get home. I'm afraid as the leaves dry out more and more, they're going to possibly break, and I would rather just add glue to keep them in place, or even not Mod Podge, but I have the new one made by Scorch Marker. Oh, I love that. That new stuff is some kind of goodness. Okay, so there's that one. That's what I put on the cover here, and you can see it's a little different than Mod Podge, but it kind of gave this paper the look of leather, and I think it's just stunning. So there is our first couple of days. Like I said, I have that on there. This that is for Vancouver, and then yesterday was our embarkation. I've got some tags to put in here for embarkation day. Oh, I got very lucky. We stayed at the Pan Pacific Hotel in Vancouver, which if you're going on a cruise, it's a little pricey, but I'm going to tell you straight up, it was, and then I can use it as a little pocket. It was one of the nicest hotel. It was probably right up there, top 3 nicest hotels I have ever stayed at. It might even be number 1. But it's right at the dock. So on our embarkation day, we had the room steward at the Pan Pacific comes up to your room, takes your luggage, which has all of your tags on it, so they know where to put it once they get it onto the cruise ship. And they take it over to the cruise ship terminal themselves and make sure that you do not get off without your luggage. But you do not have to carry it like all of the other people are carrying it. And that was worth the price of admission, let me tell you. I loved it so much. It was so good. So I don't know that I got pictures. I know I did a video and put it on my TikTok, but I don't know that I got pictures in the hotel. If I did, I will print one and get it on here. I love this little printer. It is black and white. It's cheap as chips. So probably, I want to say I probably spent $12, $14 on it. And it comes with one ream of paper, and it's done with thermal, so there's no ink. So here's I also bought the extra for just less than $7. 10 rolls of paper. This happens to be sticker paper, so I have 5 rolls of sticker paper and 5 rolls of regular paper. And it hooks up Bluetooth through your phone, and you can just print whatever you need to and put it out where you need to, and it does decent pictures. I really do like it. I'll show you a couple of the others. I'm going to see if I can't. I just had them. I'm going to see if I can't get can't watercolor on them. So I thought I've got some watercolor friction markers, and I thought they would look really, really cool on colored and on my book. So there is our first couple of days, and then like I said, I have some charms. Let me show you the charms that are going to go on. I have all kinds of stickers too, so let's see. That from home. It is seriously just taking me on a ride here. Okay, so I got some green jade, which is for well-being, and then the black lava stone is to counteract evil. So I got those. And I got another card, so I don't have to use it. Yay! Where did I put it? I had it here. Dumped it. And I don't know where I put it. My other charm? No. I thought he was getting up to help me. He wasn't. Can you throw this away from me? Ah, it was Kim Dolly Beads in Granville Island. It was an amazing place. Amazing place. Fabulous customer service, for sure. Bar none. There. Where did I put? I just freaking had stuff. Just had the pictures, like the roll that anyway, I showed you. I'm gonna try to color them because I think that might be interesting. I'm not sitting on them. It is so roly-poly, it could have just rolled right off. But my pictures.
I don't see anything on the floor.
Okay. So maybe not.
What pictures?
The ones I printed on my little printer.
When did you print them out?
Oh, I just used one.
There's a roll right there.
Ta-da. I'm so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with that. I don't care.
You're lucky.
Okay. Because I'm pretty? He's so cute. Anyway, so what I was thinking is take this. Let me see if I can't flatten it out a little bit. And take my friction markers and see if I cannot color it a bit. It really doesn't want to stay on. No, I'm afraid that's not going to stay. But if I add a little color, maybe, it will come out well. We'll see. This was the mountains at a distance from us, and there was fog all along the mountains, so different layers. So if I take and use just a little bit of color, maybe I can get that to work out. So we'll let that dry and see if, maybe if I smear it. Let's see about smearing it on. Oh yeah, that works really well. So rubbing it adds a nice look to it. So let's see, starting like so, and putting that color on the picture. Yes, I like that. So I know you probably can't see much difference, but it adds just a little touch of blue in there. Let's see if I can't. So it gives you a little bit of dimension in the water. So I like that. So I'll have to work with that. And then I've got some little dots that I can use. But I have a couple more charms that I'll be using. And the lady was so sweet at the Kim Dolly beads that I needed one eye pin, which is what these are, and it's for beading. And since what I'm going to be doing is hanging it from the corners, and she was so sweet that I told her, I said, can I just buy one? She goes, well, we only sell them by we only sell them, by the package. And I'm like, okay, I understand. I said, I'm just working on my book while I'm gone and wanted to get part of it done. And she was so sweet. She goes in the back and she goes, is this what you need? And gave me one. And let me tell you, that to me was above and beyond customer service. I'm just going to say it. She was awesome, and I greatly appreciate it. Do what? I did. I didn't want... She gave me back a loonie, which is $1 coin, which is the equivalent of 80 cents in the U.S., roughly. And I paid her in U.S. money. And she gives me this coin back, and I went, do you have a tip jar? Because I don't have use for a loonie. And she laughed and she goes, no. But I was serious because I did not really want it. But I took it anyway. She was very sweet girl. So if you are going to Granville Island, please look them up. Give them some love. They are wonderful. They really made my morning that day. So, of course, that was before I made my husband walk that 3 miles back, and neither one of us will ever forgive me for that one.
Wait, did you just blame me for walking 3 miles?
No, I said that's before I made you do it.
Okay. It's a nice little shop. Everything's labeled, what it represents and everything.
Yeah, the jade had its label that explained what the yellow jade was for and everything, and I will be writing that in my book because I took a picture of it. Because I've again met me and I knew I would not remember. Ooh, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
We are just rolling here, so it makes for an interesting time with beads. Well, with anything that I want to keep on the table. Okay, so I also packaged up because I knew that I would have some of the pieces, I wanted dangles that were long enough to really hang on my little memory book. So I know that I've got at least 2, maybe 3 charms for this particular one. And so I have a smaller one. I have different lengths of chain that I brought with me to go onto the dangles. If I can get the rolling of the ship to cooperate with my searching of chain. There we go. So there we go. We have this. Made it fall off because I dropped it. That was all me. I can't blame the rolling of the ship for that one. Go. And I will show you how that looks on the book real quick. You can see. I have no idea how long this video has been so far. Hopefully not that long. Okay, so on the inside I made these little tabs, but I put eyelets in them so I can just hang my charms on my pins in there. And now I don't have to open the ring all the time, but since I had it open anyway, I just left it. And so there is how they will look. They will just hang off of the edge. I have this one up here for my larger ones. This one is going to be for my larger. I have a totem pole that I'll be using and putting them on. I thought I had it over here, but I don't. And I have a Northern Light pin or charm that I'll put on, which I think is beautiful. If it clears up, it's possible that we will get to see the Northern Lights, and that's exciting for me. So here are, I got a pink gemstone and a green gemstone. They were free necklaces. I won't wear jewelry, so I'll be putting that on in my book as a dangle. And this is our emerald. We are now emerald status for Royal Caribbean, which means very, very little. It just means I've spent a lot of time with Royal Caribbean. I think we have, I can't remember the number of cruises, but unfortunately now it goes by number of days, but the original went by number of trips. And so we didn't get day count on our first 5. We just got 5 points. And so we would be in the next category had we had that particular one the whole time. So got that to go in on the cover of our book. What I'll do is this one, see how I've got this up here. I'll punch a hole probably down here and push it in so that we'll have that on there as well. And that's pretty much it for today. I will go back and do some journaling. I'll write Vancouver on my tags. And yeah, that's where we are. Thank you for watching. Again, if you will like and subscribe, I really would like to get to 1,000 subs this year. It doesn't cost a thing for you to subscribe. If you hit the notification bell, you'll know when I upload. I'm trying to make that a little bit more often. My TikTok is Jeannie Ruth, I believe. I do have a DIY with Jeannie, but I just don't put enough on there that I put the other one more often. So I will list it below, and I look forward to seeing y'all all next time. Bye.
Bye.